After lowercase and uppercase, we have a strip method. So I'm just calling this strip. We'll see the output. So this is the first string. So and this is the second string. So here I just give a space. So in the first one, it is printing along with the spaces. So here you can able to see along with the spaces, it is printing. So when I use that strip method, so it is removing blank spaces from, and even at the end also it will remove. So at the beginning, actually, we require to remove the spaces. So that time we should use the dot strip method. So it means that removes the white spaces from the beginning or at the end. So like this, from at the beginning or even at the end, so we can remove the white spaces. So next topic is string concatenation. So concatenation means so appending the two strings. So if you want to append the two strings, we just have to use the plus operator. So for example, now I will give one more string y equals to my age is 31. So now I want to concatenation with x and y. It means that I want to append the both the strings. So that time I should use that method operator plus. So it will concatenate and it will print the result. So it is concatenating the string. Even if you want to store it some variable, we can store it z equals to x plus y. Then I will just print z. So let's debug the code. So now x variable is created with the type string, and now y variable is created with the data type string. So when this operation has happened, z is equal to x plus y. So it created the variable x and it containing both the string x and y. So it just appended to first string. So after company, so there is no space. So that's why it's directly appended. So if you just give a space here, so it will give the result with the space. So company, and there is a space here. So after that, it is printing the next value. So like this, we can append the strings. So even in between, if I want comma, so now it is appended to three strings. It's concatenating the total three strings. So first is x string. So after this, I am just concatenating the comma. So after concatenating the comma, I am doing the concatenation of y value. So y value is my age is 31. So like this, we can do the string concatenation in the Python. So here just they did with the space concatenation. So these are just a simple examples. So you should need you need to understand complete concept. So strings and string operations, what and all the string operations will come. So whenever it comes to the real-time development, so that time we have to think whether which method I have to use to solve the problem. So like that, you should be able to think. And concatenating the strings with the number will not happen. So I think as we already checked, so number can't able to do the addition with the ASCII characters. So we can only do the plus operator along with the integer and integer values, or float and integer values, like that. So but there is a format method is there to insert that number to the string. So we need to use this flower brackets like this, open flower bracket and close flower bracket. Wherever we mention, so that position, the numbers will be inserted. So for this, we are going to format the age. So let's execute that in our application, in our code. So I just remove this. So age is a integer value. I am just storing the value as a 31. So now I can't directly append age. It will give the error. So let's check that once. So I just print the y value. So can only concatenate the string, not int. So it is throwing the error. So we can't concatenate the integer number to the string. So but we can do the format y dot format of age. So but here it is printing just my ages, but it is not formatted. So for that we should use the open flower bracket and close flower bracket. So that time, so when it is formatting, so it will append the number to this position. For example, if I want to append at the beginning itself, so I should mention this flower brackets at the beginning. So when we execute the code, so it is printing at the beginning. So wherever we want, we just have to mention. So after age it is appended. So like this we can format for the string with the numbers. And also if you want to append multiple numbers, for example, if I want to assign multiple values to the string, so that time we need to mention the numbers. Okay, so this is the 0th one. It means that first one, and this is the second one, and this is the third one. So it means that 0, 1, 2. So this is the first parameter. So first parameter which I am passing, it will print here. So second parameter what I am passing, it will be here, and third parameter what I am passing, it will be here. So like this we have to pass the values by index, and this index numbers we should mention within the flower brackets. So for example, I will add one more. So first index it is printing age, and second one it is printing year. So if I want to make some order, so for example, in the last I want to print age in the numbers, and first I want to print the year. So then we have to mention like this. So now it is printing year first. So then it is printing the. So it means that the first value. So the zeroth argument will be print here by mentioning the zero. So and then second one will be second. So otherwise it just work consecutive values. So age will goes here and year will goes here. So like this it will format. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. So this is the string formatting. So and the next one is escape characters. So escape character means, so if you want to use the double quote or slash within the string, so it will give the error. So for example, if I want to print, so let's clear this. So if I want to, my string, it contains the double quote. Inside this string, if we mention double quote, it will give the error. So because it is this is going to end the line. So it means that once whatever we are going to write the string within the two double quotes or within the single quotes, within the single quotes or within the double quotes only, we should mention the string. But here we mention the string, and here we have a double quote. So the compiler, the Python compiler will, when it is checking as a string, so it gets the double quote. So then it will consider that the line is ended here. So then this will be the junk value. So then it will give the error. So because it is directly mentioning to this position. Unterminated string literal detected at the line number 9. Okay, this is not properly put the double quote. So that's why it is giving the error. So if you want to use the double quote or single quote, so within this string, within this full string, so we should use the slash, forward slash. So that time if I execute, so it just print the double quote without any error. But that does not consider the slash. Okay, like this we can escape the thing. So for that we call it as a escape characters. So even if you want a single quote, so it will give the error. When we mention the string within the single quote, it will give the error. So we should use the forward slash like this. So then it is printing the hyphen. So, but if I want to print this forward slash, so it is just printing, not an issue. So, but when we want to use like this, so here it is just printing only one slash. So when we want to print single slash, we should mention that single forward slash. So when we use the slash n, so it will escape to the next line. So it means that it will print here. It is just printing here. So after that, it is just escaping one line. So it means this next string, it is going to the next line. So for this, we have to use the slash n. So in the same way, slash t for tab. So we most use for slash t and slash backspace. Slash backspace, it will come one backspace. So this is just for string and printing the output in the console. So when we are printing the output or when we are doing any string operations, so that time we can use the sequences. For example, if I want to give one tab space slash t, so here exactly it is taking a one tab space. So and if you use the one backslash, so it will just delete the G. See here it is not showing the G character. So it is means it's going to the one backspace. So and if you want to make it as an octal, so when we want to convert from octal to string, so we can give the octal number. So in the ASCII tables, we just check that octal values. So hexa values, octal values. So those equivalent ASCII values will be print here. So along with the, we should follow with the forward slash. So here it is just printing a hello. So in the same way, for hexa value also, so we can use the hexa values along with the forward slash. So these hexa value equivalent is the ASCII characters. I think we have seen already ASCII table. So in that ASCII table, if you go and check, so for 48 hexa value is equivalent is capital H. So and 65 is, so it is small e. For L is 6C, 6C, 6C. And for O is 6F. Let's copy this hexa value. It is printing actually, it is converting from hexa to string and it is printing. These are the main escape sequence, escape characters we will regularly we use. So today we have seen the slicing the string, modifying the string. In the slicing the string last class only we just checked. So but in that so we can slice the string with the along with the index values. By passing the index value, we can slice any part of that whole string. So and in the modifying the strings, so how can we modify the string values? Okay, for example, first we have checked converting from lower to upper, and then if the all the characters are upper lower, so we can convert to lower case by calling the upper method. So and just for replacing the string. Okay. For replace, I think we have not checked. So to replace, so what is the existing? For that existing character, what I am going to replace. So I think we have not checked the replace one. We'll test that. X dot replace Harsha with just I use Guru. So there is one more bracket we supposed to close, but it was not. So that's why it was giving was never closed. So now if you see this, so my string is actually it is replacing Harsha with Guru. So wherever the Harsha is there, it's just replacing the character string Guru. And then split also we have not checked, I think. So for splitting, so for some specific character, we can split it. So if you pass that comma, so there it will split and it will give the array. It means that array is splitted of two string values. It will give it in a list type. So I'm just going to split for in string. Where there is a in, it should split in that position. So it's splitted at the space of in, like work is Harsha is work, and here also there is a in string is there, I ended. So that's why it is splitted. Harsha is work. So after that, after in, from here to here, it is printing. G hello. It is converted all the extra values to string. So after again, it is finding the in character, in string. So after this in, it is just printing these remaining values. So like this, we can split the string. So for example, here if I give one more in, so it is splitting 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it will contain within the list value. We can store, we can print also. So if we store it to some variable, so that variable become a list of string. So these are all the advantages when we are actually